Hey guys, and welcome back to Legos Island. So guys, today it is Sunday, June 1st, 2025. And it is officially time once again for the 3-month-long Legos Island summer event. This is the 8th year in a row that we are doing this. That is actually crazy. And before we jump into this completely, I do want to say that this is going to be a very different Legos Island summer when it comes to how the rooms are decorated. Because of the recent Operation Reality and the full-on decision to start downscaling the events to make them more minimal, you bet I had to do a lot of extra work to be able to fit that into an event that is normally absolutely massive in terms of decorations. And this is one of those events that used to be like that. So I do want to give you a big heads up that this is going to be very different. But what are we still here on the title screen for? Let's jump right into it. I literally just finished it right now. Let's get right into it. Oh boy, this is gonna be crazy. Before we fully begin, let's see which 3 dogs we get for today. We get River, Memorial, and Icy. Of course, I got them off camera because I don't want to spoil the dog park until we get there. But immediately jumping into our tour, as you can see, this is the cave right here. As you can see, it looks heavily downgraded compared to the previous year. And that actually goes across the whole event, as I just mentioned. Oh my god, this was a pain. That's probably why I'm filming this so late. But what we also have in this room is our first item. The Legos Island Summer 2025 hat. Let's put it on. And that is how it looks. If we head into the survival inventory, as you can see, this is mainly how it looks. And we will be wearing this for the entire summer. Minus on certain occasions like my birthday and 4th of July. But outside of that, we should be wearing this for basically the entire summer. Which is basically this whole event. Now, with the item out of the way, let's continue the tour. And I mean for real this time. So this is again the cave. As you can see, it has lanterns everywhere. We got some lounge chairs. We got a huge pool right here. And what's also different about this event is not only the fact that all the rooms have to get downscaled, but also that there is actually no theme with this event. It's actually a compilation of tons of random ideas that I came up with that are hopefully all summer themed. But there's a twist. Because of the massive challenge of me having to downscale this event, I wasn't able to implement all the ideas on day 1. But that gave me the more ingenious idea. Why don't I spread them across the event and have you guys discover them for yourselves throughout the event? Basically, as the event progresses and as we get to certain areas, more of the ideas will be revealed. It's nice, fun little surprises that you get to see throughout the event. This is very similar to Legos Island Summer 2021 World Tour, where all the countries unlocked and it was a complete surprise, where you didn't know what country was next. This is kind of what I want to do again, but with all these random ideas. Mainly because I had so many, I could just not get them all done on day 1. But, heading over to the balcony, we actually have June 2nd. And oh yeah, another difference. As you can see, June 2nd and 3rd have been completely removed from the cave and are now here on the balcony. And down there respectively. That's right, it's actually different finally. After all these years. And trust me, it gets crazier from here. But here's the balcony. It's continuing with the little pool theme that we have going here. And yeah. By the way, we also have our first water slide. And on day 1. As you can see though, it's actually the stairs that's been turned into a water slide. Now, we have done this before in 2022. But the difference this time is that it's only half of the stairs have been changed to water. The reason behind this is because I realized when I did this back in 2022 when covering the entire slide the entirety of the stairs in water, I realized it was a pain to get back up. So I decided to only do half the stairs so it's actually possible to get back up the stairs up to the balcony. But that's the overall slide. I hope you guys love it, and more of them will be coming out throughout the event. Speaking of the stairs, that is where June 3rd is. Next up is the port, and as you guys can see, it looks all decorated, and as you could definitely see, very heavily downgraded. Like, here's 2024, for example. This is very heavily downgraded compared to this. And now you can see why. So, going back to the whole idea concept thing, these will unlock on the set days that are the first item booth in a said room. So for example, since June 4th is the first item booth in the port, the idea concept for this room will be unlocked on that day, which will actually require certain elements of the room to be removed. But it'll all be worth it. And another thing, the palm trees actually will give you hints as to what the idea concept is before it's released. It makes you guess what could possibly be coming here. And you'll see that throughout the event. But back to our tour of the port. As you can see, we have a grand total of 8 item booths across the entire port, which is seriously cool. The last one being June 11th. And yeah. Now, with all that said, this is how it looks. It looks very nice, and with all that said, let's move to the next room. Next up is probably the most unexpected room to come from this event, the underwater room. This has never been opened in LEGO's Island Summer before, so this is entirely new. So, with all that said, as you can see, it started off with June 12th over there, and as you may notice, we got June 13th, June 14th, June 15th, and then June 16th over there. That's better. And then if we go down here, we got June 17th, June 18th, June 19th, June 20th, and lastly, June 21st, concluding the underwater. Honestly, this was probably the most unexpected room to be in an event like this, but it was a nice surprise, wasn't it? Next up is the lodge, and only the outside is decorated. I didn't get a chance to do the inside, but to be personally honest, I was not planning on doing the inside anyway. So, starting off with June 22nd, right over here, we have June 23rd, June 24th, June 25th, June 26th, June 27th, which is my birthday, and lastly, June 28th. The theme here, well, you'll see what I mean. Just basically the idea I have. It's gonna be pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. And I hope you guys are gonna love this. Yeah, we got a little 23 right there, because I will be 23 at the end of the month. That's actually crazy. But, yeah, no, this is the lodge. It looks freaking awesome. And that's all there is to say. So, just for the record, we're going in the order of the item booths, which is why the next one, right over here, as we make our way to the other side of the island, we got June 29th, June 30th, July 1st, right down here. We have July 2nd, right over here. Oh wait, there's no item there. Actually, none of these have items outside of June 1st. So we got July 3rd, July 4th, which is 4th of July, and July 5th, respectively. I didn't put one in for July 6th and 7th. Dang it! I literally just realized that now. But here's the other side of the island for real this time. As you can see, we got the days of July 8th, July 9th, and lastly but not least, July 10th. Now, we do have some palm trees over here, which is seriously cool. So, yeah, that's nice. Actually gonna be kind of surprised to see what this one's gonna be. It's gonna be one that you guys were probably never expecting. Actually, that goes for all of these, but this one in particular is gonna be an interesting one. Just wait and see. Next up is the water park, and this is going to be where the next 2 item booths are for July 11th and 12th. We'll get to that in a minute. As you can see though, we got some blue palm trees. What's going to be here is going to be very interesting. Even the umbrellas got updated, but look at all the blue palm trees around here. It's actually crazy what got updated here. And heck, you're going to be kind of surprised, but there's actually an item booth returning from the previous year over here But at this time, it's July 11th rather than, I think, the 13th. No, wait, sorry. This was July 20th last, if I recall. But no, the whole water slide activity is back. And then the July 12th one is just right here in the water park itself. This is definitely going to be a fun one. All of these will be. In fact, the idea for this actually continues here in the theme park. Not every area, though. No, this is actually one of the first times that not the entire theme park is decorated. Rooms such as the roller coaster park, time travel park, game park, and Pirate and Bullseye Park are all not decorated, which is kind of a surprise considering they've always been in previous years. But that's actually where July 14th is. Where the heck is July 13th? Well, it's right over here. Since we didn't have the Epic Game Park last time, I thought let's just put it in here. The last one related to this idea concept is in the medieval park. And just for the record, a water slide will be going right next to this item booth when the time comes. Next up is the blacksmith shop. And this next one consists of 4 item booths. July 16th, which is actually the halfway point of the event. Then we have July 18th, and that's actually because July 17th is actually inside. But actually, there are armor stands here. That's your hint towards what this room can be. That's right, we got July 17th in here. But again, we have armor stands here, which again hints towards the idea that I came up with for this room. Which is very cool. So not only do the palm trees do it, but also the armor stands did too. They also gave you a hint as to what the idea for this room was. And actually, we got another item booth over here for July 19th, which an item booth over here has never been done before. Next up is the resort, and it's not much, but it's definitely still something. As you can see, we got a palm tree theme around here, but that's not the entire idea for this room. It's something completely different. If you may notice the sand, of course. Speaking of which, we have another triple item booth. Now, I just realized I didn't put signs on these, but I can tell you what these are going to be. This is going to be July 20th, July 21st, and July 22nd, respectively. Outside of that, we can get out of here. Now, this next one's going to be interesting. You see, we're here in the Buffalo House backyard. But here's the thing. These are not actually being used for their intentional purposes this time around, where they're normally used for a recreation of the said New York trip in real life, since there is no New York trip in 2025. It is true, actually. So I decided to do something completely different for this room to make up for it. Instead, I came up with another idea, which you will see later in the event. And if the item booths don't already kind of clearly give it away, I don't know what is. But we start off here with July 23rd here in the Buffalo House backyard. We then continue with July 24th right over here in the familiar location house. And then here's one that just kind of came out of nowhere. There's one actually in the cave, which is actually for my 9-year anniversary on YouTube. What a coincidence, isn't it? Next one is over here in the Loft House backyard. As you can see, we have another item booth with July 26th on it, alongside a ton more palm trees. That will be something later on in the event, which is really cool. The last item booth for this area is July 27th, and it is right here, and this is the full-on room design right here. It looks pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. And it's a nice way to use these rooms since we're not going to be using them for their intentional purposes this time around. Because we are not going up to these set places in real life in this event. That's serious. Next up is the campsite. Now, this one shouldn't take long, considering there's only like 3 of them here. We first of all have July 28th. Then we have July 29th. Actually, wait, sorry, that is July 30th. July 29th is actually in the ranch, actually. It's actually up here. There we go. I kind of miscounted there. My bad. But yeah, no. As you can see, there's only 3 of them here on the campsite. Because actually, the last one for the campsite is actually near the entrance. Specifically right over here. It's pretty cool, right? Yep, the last one for July is literally right near the entrance. Now we're heading into August, which starts on the 2 small mountains. This one actually is already finished. yeah, I only got to a handful of them on day 1. Some of them mainly can include this one right here, the pool party in the cave, and then the next area after, which we'll get to very soon. We got August 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th up here alongside a ton of other palm trees full of lanterns. This is meant to be like a luau theme, and I actually forgot to mention down here, we got August 2nd and 3rd. Yeah, no, this is meant to be like a little luau themed mountain if it didn't already look obvious by the lantern. And actually it kind of continues over here as well on the railroad. We have August 8th, August 9th, and 10th respectively. So literally a whole episode will be dedicated to just these 3 on the railroad. That was actually something that happened the previous year as well, just with different days. We got more palm trees over here. This one's a pretty tall one. I had to actually work with the low limit of the tree, so that can explain why. Anyway, this is what this part looks like, and now we are going to move on to the mountain, which the idea concept I was able to get done in time. Let's showcase that first. Welcome to, I guess a little, smoothie / juice bar. We have this villager running this place. We got some stuff such as a water bottle, milk, and honey. Those were the only free drinks I could find in the game that were not potions, because the rest of them are potions. But this is like a little like bar area for like, you know, drinks like water, milk, and honey. Okay, maybe not honey is considered one of them, but water and milk respectively. Mainly water, actually. But this idea I was able to get done in time because it was really easy to make. The others are going to take a little more time, which is why I didn't get them out on day 1. But this one I was able to. What do you guys think? This was pretty cool to make, honestly. Now, as for the item moves in this room. First of all, we have August 11th, August 12th, August 13th, August 14th, August 15th, and August 16th, all respectively. Then, if we head inside, we have August 17th, August 18th, and lastly but not least, August 19th. Which, just for the record, this room is actually decorated, which is super cool. We got more lanterns here, which is awesome, personally. Anyway, what do you guys think? This looks very, very nice. And with all that said, I guess we'll feed him because he is about to die. But, yeah, no. This is very nice. And you can definitely see the mountain is definitely heavily downgraded. It took a while to get that to work. Well, guys, there's only one place left. The village. Oh, boy. Yeah, you can definitely tell that this was heavily downgraded compared to previous years. There's not like sand everywhere. The sand is technically the path now. Oh yeah. So item moves here we got include August 20th. We even got one behind here actually, which is August 21st, August 22nd, August 23rd, August 24th, and August 25th respectively, which is actually technically the 9-year anniversary of the Backyard video series, so I probably should have put that there. Oh wow. Alongside 4th of July. Dang it. But this is how it looks. This room concept is actually finished. It's a palm tree village. If it didn't already look obvious by the way the room looks. By the way, all the roofs have been updated to have flowering leaves on them. This is actually the same ones we used the previous year. I brought them back because they just looked cool. Heading on inside to the coffee shop. It is only half decorated compared to it normally being entirely decorated in previous years. But this is how it looks mainly. It looks great. Next up is the library. And as you can see, yeah, it's pretty small. There's not much to say in here about that one. But I'll admit the library does look nice. Even the houses don't have much. I mean, technically speaking, yeah, it's just lanterns. And the bed's being updated. So, technically speaking, I could just scroll through most of these rooms real quick. As you can see, this one is practically the same thing as that other house. And if that wasn't already crazy enough, the final room in this whole party, the clothes shop, also is decorated, which is super cool. Wait a second, this is actually not even the last room. There's actually one more. Yep, that's right, the hotel is actually decorated on the inside for once. I know, that was a little bit of an unexpected surprise. Not over here, though. This is not decorated. Only over here is decorated. I just did not want to mess around with this one. It was already too difficult on its own. Plus, also, doing this alongside the rest of the event was already a pain. But I finally decorated it. Yay! It's about time. It's been forever since we've decorated the inside of the hotel. The bad news is that the hotel roof has nothing. Yet! I unfortunately did not have time to implement the remaining item booths up here. But just to clarify, the following that will be up here include August 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th, 30th, and 31st, respectively. So there will be a grand total of 6 item booths up here. But regardless, that is the end of the LEGO's Island Summer 2025 event. Like I stated, a lot of these event ideas will come throughout the event. As honestly, I think it's nice to just have it be a surprise, because I came up with so many that I feel it's better if I keep them all a surprise throughout the event. Outside of course, the few that I did show that I just got done on day one. The rest, though, I think it's better we leave as a surprise. And like I said, the palm trees do give you a hint as to what they are, and you'll be seeing them throughout the party. Again, this is very similar to LEGO's Island Summer 2021 World Tour, where all the countries were unlocked throughout the summer, and they were all kept as a surprise. Honestly, that was really cool, and I want to do that again with all these crazy ideas I came up with. It'll be much more fun that way, and personally, a lot less work for me to just implement all of these on day one. That would have been way too crazy for me. Even if I were to have started this event a night ahead of time, which I did. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time on Wednesday, June 4th, where we're going to be showcasing the next 3 items of the event. And by then, the port design will have its official idea implemented by that, which will look way cooler than it looks right now. With all that said, I'll see you next time.